Another live stream. Jerron Markel, numero uno. Gerald, hey you. Delhart, good to see you. A little bit of rat for you. Rat, lay it down to Chinatown. Married man can't flip the script because it's cheaper to keep her. However, most men would take the loss to get rid of a headache. Well said. Nick Vincent from the UK, good to see you. I was thinking about this earlier. 80% of women divorce men, or I would say 80% reject their boyfriends. That's right. We could use that same statistic, especially if you're living with somebody. 80%. Okay. Why? I remember in Rad's earlier marriage, actually, it was probably a year before she filed for divorce. I actually went in my room, packed my suitcase, started walking out to my car. She ran out begging me. Don't go, please don't go, please, please. And I did go. I went, drove about an hour and a half, spent the night in a hotel, and she kept calling and texting me, I want you to come home, this isn't right, this isn't right. Even though the same behavior and issues that we had were the same issues we had before she filed for divorce. The psychology was all about me rejecting her and saying, I'm out. This is bullshit. When we get back, we're going to tear this marriage apart and I'm done. I didn't answer her calls or texts, but it was the whole idea that the man, I flipped the script. I flipped the script a year before she filed for divorce. Right? So the psychology and the reverse psychology really threw her for a loop. And my ex-wife was very, she wasn't a pushover by any means. She was difficult to deal with, educated woman. She just got a master's in nursing, so she's a smart gal. But, dumb as rocks when it comes to normal shit, street smarts, but great at book smarts, right? And following orders, which is fine. Why don't men flip the script more? Why are we the ones holding the bag when they say, I'm not happy, or I'm in love with you. I'm not in love with you, but I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Mine said that. John says, soft guy era. There you go. Men should flip the script. We're not talking about going and getting married or having girlfriends, but if somebody is sitting here dealing with a very naggy, mouthy, disrespectful woman and thinks to himself it's cheaper to keep her, flip the script. Flip the script. Bring the power back to you. You won't tolerate that. You lay it down and see what happens. I think if more men did this, things would be a lot different. But we don't want to rock the boat. We want peace, quiet, and freedom. We'd rather it just go away on its own instead of us pulling the rug out. What are your thoughts? MGTOW is great. Now, don't get me wrong. I love peace, quiet, and freedom. I love being my own guy, being single, being able to make my own decisions, having no wife, no cohabitation, none of that in love shit. I'm done with that. I don't need that. I'm very good with where I'm at. But as I think back, what would I have done differently? And many men have thought, what would you have done differently? Right? Maybe nothing. If you could, I would have probably flipped the script. I should have probably filed for divorce first. I wonder if most married guys think, damn, if I had to do it again, I'd say no to marriage. If I was in my marriage, not if I was 18 again, but if I was in my marriage at age 43, 9 years ago, and I could see ahead, what would I do different? And I think I would have probably struck first. That would have sent her for a loop. Now, our marriage was not doing well. We didn't like each other. It was not good. Our kids were teenagers. That's a whole other mess, trying to parent and direct your kids and having both spouses on the same page. She wanted to be their friends. I wanted to be their father. So I just think to myself, what would I have done different? Because she had a lot of the power when she filed for divorce. I felt rejected. I was in her space. I felt that I needed to, it put me in a tailspin, regardless of how the marriage was or how I was thinking. The whole psychology of it, put me through a loop. Let's say Nick says, because we've been brought up to believe she is the prize, not us. And if we leave a lot, believe we'll be worse off. And of course, we are financially. Well said. I'd agree with that statement, Nick. Walking away quietly, peace, quiet, and freedom. Very few men do it, though. 20%. 2 out of 10 guys will do that. Simone, a girl ghosted me for months, got so mad about it that I blocked her. I'm definitely feeling better. Good for you. You took the power back. All seeing auto marriage was the worst decision of my life. If I had a time machine for 1996, I would get in it. Never have gotten married or had kids. Nope. I'm a short-term guy. I don't fall in love, and I ain't marrying you. Attaboy. Ben Affleck should have filed for the first time around. Hey, you. Did he file? No, she filed, right? I think Jennifer Lopez filed. I'm all for guys flipping the script on these hoes. True gender equality. Attaboy. BJ's back. Good to see you. Freedom Fighter says, prior to divorce, I asserted my leadership in the relationship, and she just doubled down on her feminism, so I ended it. But you ended it. You're the 20%. Good for you. Wasted so much money and time chasing something that doesn't even last. Better to work on ourselves. Cheaper, or she's not yours. She's just your turn. Ty M. So you flipped the script, and she's still divorced years later. I flipped the script a year before, and then a year later, she filed for divorce. Every time my buddy got married, I knew immediately our friendship was over. A bachelor friend is a big no. Timmy Kramer, the forever bachelor. Good to see you, brother. Punishment of the courts, but I got to the point. It don't matter anymore. Well said, WHO. I don't believe in marriage or cohab. Every man for himself, says Megatron. Good to see you, brother. God gave us a stronger sex drive so we'd stay and put up with women's baloney. You think about this. Most men, they have a man cave. They're banished to a man cave, typically a garage or a basement room. They can put up their rock posters or what have you. You look at One Fast Stacks' house, and it's totally a man cave, his garage, right? So men escape to that. They want to be by themselves. They want the ability to not deal with the nagging, the disrespect, just the constant talking. So we put ourselves in situations where we don't really speak up, because if we speak up, it's gonna open the floodgates even more. So 10, 15 years later, are we not surprised that a divorce petition lands on our table? Good to see Europe, brother. Doing well. How about you? I stayed for the kids, then the kids left me. All seeing auto. Yeah? Yeah. It's not only a divorce for the parents, it's a divorce between the parents and kids, and sometimes between the kids. They hit you up when they're bored, when life is doing wonders for them, they just vanish, of course. They can't flip the script if they are married. Married means you're getting destroyed. Nowadays, you can't win against any lady. The government is her protector. That's why women act like 304s. Well said, Europe. I have a man house with a workshop in the kitchen. Attaboy. Attaboy. Making sandwiches with a nice skill saw, eh? Guys who have girlfriends can flip the script because you can easily walk away from her. No contract. Well said. If you're married, you're trapped. You can't get out easy. Even those where the woman wants to be married and she's doing everything. She's on her best behavior for years just to get that ring. And then she gets the ring and she gets the carrot and now it's over. Worst thing a man can do if he's with the girlfriend long-term is propose. Good afternoon to you, Project and company of men. What I should have done is never committed to marriage. In fact, to any gal because of AWOLs. The juice isn't worth dwindling lays or drama. If only we had this info back then, but how many of us really would have taken that advice? The issue is curiosity is what kills men. We're curious about the fantasy. We're curious about making banana pancakes on Saturdays and calling from Costco on the way home from work. Hey, honey, what can I bring you? Good to see JW in the house. I have a man house with a gym, garden, big screens. I'll never cohabitate again. Well said. I think I don't block people. I just don't answer. That's even worse. Silence is your best weapon. A girlfriend wants your money and your attention. She's draining all your energy. And if she becomes your wife, she will take your house, kids, and everything away. Homeless for 300, Trebek. I says, men should save face. We should flip the script. We should get this message out to more men. We're not tolerating this bullshit. You either quit disrespecting, you start acting like a wife, or it's over. And mean it. A lot of younger men know it's over, but stay for the sake of younger kids and want to see them grow up. Yeah, I would agree. I didn't want my marriage to break up because my youngest was 10. I didn't want him going back, or I didn't want the older two either. They were 10, 14, and 16 at the time. What's so great? I hear the happiness of you men after escaping. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time. The advice wouldn't help us because in the past, the men who are not married, they would call them losers. True. Peace, quiet, and freedom are a whole lot better than versus Needham. Freedom versus Needham. So sad Gregory is now a posted man of international self-delusion. He married a stepmom. Now he's got a stepkid with a baby daddy somewhere in the picture, and she's got a baby mama. Love don't pay the bills. Love don't fix it. Mega says blocking a 304 makes it stronger and healthier. It would depend on how crazy that person is. I do get people that text me. I don't text them back. That's it. I think to myself, if I blocked them, then I would have had to go in my phone and show them, and then he would know that they blocked. But it all depends. I've been on seed retention for years. I stopped getting urges and free from lust. Being single with peace could be easier now. You overcame your biology. Good for you. Timmy says, I keep 2 vehicles, 2 sets of golf clubs in my home in case a buddy flies in 3 to 4 hours max with a woman. Emphasizing max. Once you nut, you don't want to deal with any, you just want peace, quiet, and freedom. RW, good to see you. RW, tell me where you guys are from. If you're new and posting, let me know what area of the world you are. He is a step dummy, not a step daddy. He's the father that stepped up. I got 3 bikes in the house up on the wall. Are they road bikes? Females don't marry attractive guys. If she married a guy who goes to the gym, takes care of himself, and looks good, that imitates her and brings her out of her insecurities that she projects on him. Yeah, a guy that's like that, he's got options. That's another thing. The most poison a woman, the biggest poison a man can give a woman is his options, his availability, his ability to walk away at any time. That is poison for a woman. So women want to lock men up. They don't want you to have options. A lot of men think they're insecure because they've been married 15, 20 years. They got a beer gut. They're feeling a little, they don't know how to manage. They're wearing their dad pants, you know. But a man that has confidence and begins to understand who he is can play dread. Bochi, good to see you. I hate pretty boys. We call, in high school, we called them cake boys. Cake as in the cake. She got 4 cats and calls them their kids. Yes, can't stand them. Mouse in the house, good to see you. Mouth, how are you? Riding his motorcycle, his enduro. 1 electric, 1 tour, and a mountain. Or is that a molten? You got electric, right? I rode electric bike the other day. They're pretty fun. RW, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I had a rendezvous with a gal from Pittsburgh and Chicago. Are you a Steelers fan or a Pirates fan? I'm a Chad and I've got plenty of options. I don't recommend marriage or cohab with a woman. Modern women are extreme energy draining people. I think the whole world of Chad and what we call Tyrone and all those, you know, Ahmad and all those guys, I think they're seeing what Western women are doing too. They've got to be seeing the craziness in 2024 versus like 2016. It's got to hit them like bricks too. And now there's multiple Chads competing for these Western women. Now, let's talk about this. There's something within the manosphere. It's called dread. Dread. I'm going to post it up here. Dread is something that I learned about actually before I got divorced. Dread is basically when your relationship, marriage, engagement, your girlfriend, boyfriend thing is on its edge. You start employing tactics of massive dread. You don't show up anymore after work. You go straight to the gym. You start getting in shape. You start giving her no attention. You start leaving on the weekends. You start getting new friends. You start getting new hobbies. What's that going to do if you have a woman that is completely, basically, become useless in every word, in every possible sense of the word? It makes them think. The best revenge is blocking them, then work on yourself to the point where you become successful. This way they can't reach out to you. Even better, George Costanza made evil. I don't know. I have a different view of that. I feel it still gives them power, but whatever makes you guys peace, quiet, and freedom. I've asked some females that question that these OnlyFans sleuths ask: from a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give me? Lots say 7 to 8, and I absolutely agree with 8. There you go. JW, you know what dread game is. So dread is basically, again, if you're on a marriage and she becomes useless in every sense of the word, nagging, you flip the script in the sense that you literally become a different person. You start dressing different. You start going to the gym. You don't show up for dinner. You leave at 6:30 in the morning when she's still sleeping and picking her nose and farting. And yes, they do that. Or getting up in the middle of the night. And they all have gut issues, by the way. They always have gastro issues. You get up and you start leaving. You start making new friends, and it makes them start thinking. It worked with me too. I'll share that story. As soon as she knows she's got no other options, she starts with the shit. Well said, Nick. That is absolute 100% gold right there. When a man has options, there is nothing she can do. It is actually poisoning her life. She wants you to basically believe that the only option she has is her for you. I truly believe the world is currently in Mandela effect thanks to CERN. Possibly, Delhart. The best revenge is showing her indifference. Act like she is dead, she never existed, and move on. Don't block her. Absolutely. That's how I play. I understand why guys do it, but indifference basically says you don't give a damn if she breathes or doesn't. She doesn't exist. She is dead. That is how I treat the ex. I don't talk or anything. Now, if she reached out for potential issue with my kid, then I would respond accordingly. That is it. That person that I was married to is dead. Men want a wife and children because they believe it'll bring them some kind of fulfillment and purpose. They want to keep the family together. It's why they often hesitate for filing for divorce. Well said, Marvel. Well said. In other words, we've been reduced to having to play games. That's what it comes down to. Unfortunately, you have to play. People go, oh, but Rab, you're playing a game. No, you're not. What you're doing is showing that your biology is different than her biology. That something's got to change. If she got no options, she still wants Chad. Yeah, remember when George Costanza did everything opposite? Flip the script. Those given to us by Soy Society, whether gal, mother, or post-wall, they are not one who is special. How to flip it? Gals or booby prizes, dread, just gray rock and act. Gee, that's funny, Project. Good to see Gone with John. 3 streams in 3 days, John. This week I'm going to be gone, though. You are the man, Rad. I agree with you on how to deal with your ex. Unfortunately, most men want to still hang on. She's in the past for a reason. Now, I've got lots of different stories about what would I have done differently if I was in my marriage, not if I was 18 again. Now, thinking about it, I've been rejected a lot, but never in the, ooh, get away, you scare me. So I'm thankful for that. And now look at her behavior, not what she says, seriously. I never believe what any of them say, and less than half of what they do. That philosophy actually came from a woman therapist. Don't ever believe anything they say and less than half of what they do. And I would say less than 10% of what they do. If she got a new boyfriend or married again, statistics show the second will be 80% divorce. Well said. Gray rock tactic. There you go. Nowadays, they need an exorcism. There's no hope for them anymore. Well said, Free Slave Mind. Good to see you, brother. Relationships are games. That's why we have to compromise like they do sometimes. But we want sex, so we have to cave. Yeah, I mean, that's men. Men are visual men that want intimacy. That is the only reason we get married. Or to have kids, or to, I don't want to be alone. But for the most part, we get married to lock up the box. Let's be real. Christopher does the same thing. Wall can switch the script. They allow him to do that. The doctor gave me a prescription. He said, more cowbell. Christopher Walken, he's great. He's a wacko, though. She is not moving on. She got a new man, but is taking therapy sessions and taking supplements for her psyche. To gray rock, a person involves making all interactions with them as uninteresting and unrewarding as possible. Ooh, there you go. Simone says, guys, you're right. I was just kidding. Unblocked her, but delete her number. There you go. Or at best, no contact. Yeah, no contact, no indifference. Easier said than done to realize you're being gaslit. It's the boiling frog syndrome. So I'll give you a quick deal. Teddy Boy Smith from the UK, good to see you. Attention is her drug. I was more alone in my marriage than actually being alone. I would agree with that, Free. She must be attracted to you, then it's a win-win for both. Yes. An ex is an ex for good reason, says Phoenix. She is the common denominator in all of her failed relationships. If a wins is indeed a good woman, you'll see that a man would hold on to her. Yes. Why are these great women single? Right? Back on Cybertron. She's going to call you, you're abusive and controlling. She's divorced and alone for a reason. You know, reality has a very interesting way to slap them back in the face where you don't physically have to do that. Reality will do it for you. You just have to be patient. Now, when she filed for divorce, actually, when she told me, just before she filed for divorce, she told me that she loved me, but was not in love with me. So here we go. It's that the floodgates open. I knew something was wrong. And a few months later, the divorce was filed. Their vows are just for the iOS operating system. Well said. And so one weekend, I literally disappeared. I went to a concert by myself. She thought I was with another woman. So I go to this concert. She's texting me because my son's having a party at the house. And so I'm like, I just told her, I'm going out. I'm going to a concert. I didn't even tell her what concert I'm going to. I will be back probably 1 or 2 in the morning. Or, I didn't even say that. I just said, I'll be back later. You're better off going with a gal who has got a genuine desire for you. So she's sending me texts and pictures all night of my son with all of his friends at the party. And I'm like, it's not a birthday party. It's just like a couple kids hanging out, watching a movie and eating popcorn. 4 or 5 of them. She's sending me all these pictures. Hey, what's going on? And I would not return the text for like 20 to 30 minutes, which before I would, within the first 1 to 2 minutes as we were married, we were still married at the time, but as we were not going through this, I love you, but not in love with you bullshit, the potential of the divorce. So she kept sending me, and then I did respond with like a thumbs up, and immediately, literally within 10 seconds, another text. Hope you're doing good. And I didn't respond. Anyhow, I get home at about 1:30 in the morning that night, Sunday morning. It was a Saturday night, so it's a Sunday morning. I'm in my bed. She comes straight up to the room at 7:30. I think she heard me get up. I got to take a leak or something. She comes to my bedside. Hey, how did it go last night? Did you have fun? Where did you go? Who did you see? She starts scratching my arm and everything. Now, remember, this was about a month after she pulled the I love you, but I'm not in love with you and I don't want to be married to you. That was called dread. I should have kept doing it. Remember what women want is narcissistic drama. Either she does it covertly or overtly. And you have to be her flying monkey, yes. A lot of men cry nowadays because they got no experience with women, no relationship, no divorce. If they knew how evil and demonic women are, they wouldn't cry. Well said. No woman ever loved a man. That is the truth. They are only wired to love kids and pets who are last until she needs something. Well said, Nick. That episode in the George Costanza refused sex because he misinterpreted the coffee invitation. That's right. I think genuine desire is not existing for women. Her emotions control her. When she feels good, she will like you. And if she feels not good, she will get the hell away. They run by their emotions, guys. Their gas tank is full. It's never empty on emotions. Hoes always say it was a mutual breakup, separation, divorce, but bullshit. She initiates 85%. Yes, she does. More men understood the power that they truly had, how things would be different. For the flying monkeys, raise the jungle and leave them without trees. Nothing to see here. Since we're here just chatting, I don't know how many of you have seen this, but a new trend is girls shaming guys for not having big. Yes, I've seen that. And any way that they can make men less than them is what they will do. They want to infiltrate all of men's spaces. They want to do those things. All you have to tell a woman is you got a stinky cooter. You got buck teeth. You got rabbit teeth. Right? Eating pizza without hearing the nagging voice from my ex-wife, that's a big. Mine would used to eat apples, and the way she held like a pencil was so many little things drove me absolutely nuts. So I can relate to how they would eat. In the marriage, modern women try to change the alpha to a beta male provider so she can take full control over him. 100%. Go watch Sex Life on Netflix. 2 seasons. Women aren't demonic. They just made pacts with Satan. Satan! Women are loyal to their options, their real supply. Here's the deal. We'll talk about that. I don't want to play games. I got a friend that's like that. I don't play games with my wife. She knows how I feel. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. He hasn't had sex in 6 years. I wonder why. It's all about power and control with a female. They're agents of the state, and their job is to reallocate wealth and resources from men. It's the Stockholm syndrome. You want to stay with your abuser. Yes, and that's so real. And a lot of men will stay. There are so many beaten down men that are married. There are so many beaten down husbands. Mine hated working out, but would accompany me to the gym so I wouldn't cheat on her. How abusive. Timmy says, men make more money and save money, enjoy your life and freedom. That's a big. Look at Timmy's 58 years old, never been married, no kids, having a wonderful life. Men, you don't need a woman to make you happy. I had to learn that the hard way. Right? It's good to see the legendary John Boston making an entrance. Good to see you, brother. Julia Louise-Dreyfus. I always thought she was hot. Man, I wouldn't kick her out for eating crackers in bed. That's why I call it women want from men is narcissistic drama. Women may not all be one, but they sure have traits. Sure, they're emotional. We have to literally use psychology with women. We can't treat them like us. They don't have the same biology or brains. Their fuel is emotions. Our fuel is logic, or it should be. That does not compute. Does not compute. Different operating systems. You have to employ things to make them constantly guessing. I had a really good friend in high school. Her name was Tanya. She was in love with me. I had long hair. I'm going to do a high school stream. Show you my long hair, my skateboarding pictures, maybe some videos. Kind of show you what I was like in high school, and some old girlfriends, what they look like. They show The Walking Dead, and I remember she really liked me. We were the same year. We hung out. She'd come and hang out with the gang, watch the skateboard, and so forth. And she'd always say she liked this one guy until he was a total challenge for her. Oh, he doesn't give me the time of day. And finally, somehow she got him to take her out on a date. He fell for her. And I'm like, dude, that's great, Tony. You liked him, and now he took you on a date and you made out. And I go, what do you think? Are you just crazy in love with him now? She goes, no, I can't stand him. The game's over now. Now I want somebody different. She was 18 years old. 1990. It was March of 1990, she told me that. I noticed most time men and women outside try not to acknowledge each other in public, thanks to feminism. This gender war might get worse. I think it's going to get much worse. The way things are going now, I wouldn't blame any of these married men to flip it. You still got a couple years left to enjoy not being married or bald and chained. Well said, Jerome Markel. Just a room with a Kim Kardashian, Taylor Twick, Kalani together making a TikTok, and the person has a front row seat. All losers. Remember, men, you have the power to exit the relationship. Will it hurt you because of the system if you leave? Yes, your wallet will hurt. However, your peace and solitude is worth much more. Right there, that's wisdom. Thanks, Phoenix. Women cannot provide anything more valuable than their spicy time, says X-Mass Bro. Just what Rad said, wish I never got married either. When you can't have a woman put a credit card or check down at an attorney's office and put the names of the people you want to sue. F that. John knows. I think otherwise they have an illusion of death of emotion. I don't see gals offing themselves after divorce. Their feelings are all a sham. Women don't self-delete. It's very rare. It's probably 5% of the self-deletions are women. It's very rare that they do it. And if they do it typically with their wrists or overdose. Most men either use a cord around a specific upper body part, or they use some cold hard blanks and go straight in. However, you're right. Most women do not do that because their emotions are so weird. We don't understand women. People say, oh, we don't understand the universe or space or what's in the deep depths of the ocean. No, the last frontier is a woman's brain. She's married. Man, she had nice cans. Their base emotion is resource for the kids. They can't help it. It's who they are, human biology. Well said, brother. Father Saunders is in the house. Good to see Jared. Go live tonight. Just imagine all the women shopping with their husband's credit card at Target on a random weekday while complaining about them. Sure. They're on the phone complaining to their girlfriends while they're using the card. And what if the married man just wake up and the light bulb goes off, take their power back all of a sudden? I wonder what would happen. Gals are all about sham and hustling less. Damn them orifices, how they all hide. We all want the box. She doesn't want him. She wants what she can't have. Correct. That is 100% true. Women have more friends. They have the hive mind. They move on. John says, you see the insanity of the DNC? These people think men wear dresses or women. These feminazis want to control men with the court system. It's more Democrats making. Oh, it's disgusting. It's the whole group. It's a clown show. I mean, the clown show is being too nice. It's creature show. We should remake the movie It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart. Now, wait a minute. Clarence, don't jump. I jumped in to save you, Clarence. He lived happier, longer, and affected more people and had deeper love for them. Jimmy Stewart was a great actor. He was married for 55, 60 years till his wife died. I went live last night for about 5 hours. I didn't see that. Didn't pop up. I saw a meme that said J-Lo is going to get her 5th ring before LeBron. I love it. What a pathetic gal. Come on. How many times has she been married? I mean, she's turning into Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor had like 9 husbands. It's like, shit, maybe. The last guy she married was a construction worker, and he had no money, but, he was smart to marry that rich chick because he was left a lot of money when she died. Let's see. Shitter show is better, rad, and chat. There you go. But, I mean, the reality is this. If more men understood the power that we have, I'm not saying, look, if you're in a marriage with little kids and you don't want to leave them or have the court take them from you, you have to weigh, is my sanity more important? But potentially you have the way, you have possibly a way to either play dread or literally flip the script to make it happen. They need to see that you're serious. Well said, Del Art. Most of them do have a very, very sociopathic, solipsistic personality. What men and these blue idiots want are simps and slaves. Take the RP and know both parties are a bunch of circle jerks. F them, especially feminists and their male ginas. Well said. Mayor of Bodybuilding says, J-Ho. It's what she is. Good to see you. Take a picture with your credit card laughing. I bet whoever you are dating, there's a chance that they won't leave you until they find someone who's richer. Well said, Simone. Reb's in the house. He's a wonderful simp. Mary, Mr. Potter, Mr. Potter. It's my favorite movie. I always watch it every year for Christmas. That Christmas Vacation. Batman can't tame a female. Superman can't either. Don't get married. Superman, yeah. Your kids don't belong to you. They belong to the state. Ain't that the truth? Solipsism, yeah. Solipsism is a belief that they're the only thing that matters in this universe. How many women think like that? How many women think like There are some men that think like that as well, but they're typically soy boys or narcs or whacked, raised by a single mother. But most men want to take care of people, especially their kids and their wives and their family. We take great pride in putting a roof over our family's head and being a provider and a protector. Fortunately, that's viewed now not good. It's not viewed as what it once was. Most men want women because they want company. They can't live alone. If a man can't live alone, he will be fucked. 100%, brother. Why are so many men afraid to be honest with women? They're just scared they'll leave them. They complain but continue to put up with so much mental abuse. Yeah, and that's what we're talking about. Men put up with so much because they're scared that the courts will take them or that they will be alone forever. Superman got divorced. He sure did. Always use condoms. She wants to get pregnant for child support. Then you are destroyed. Well said. What happened to women making men a cooked dinner? Well, now, I'm a firm believer. I haven't heard this from anybody else, Timmy. I love them, those classics, John. Is the fact that when I literally, in the 40s, when the TV dinner came out, which was a huge thing, like everybody loved. It was like when Domino's came out delivery. We all ordered pizza, right? Instead of going to get it and take and bake or whatever. It was new. So everyone was, getting TV dinners. Oh man, it's already cooked. This is great stuff. Salisbury steak. The women are like, he can make his own now. I don't have to do that shit. Slowly but surely, the microwave came about, right? All of the easy things of life started appearing in our world. They got lazy. Even men got lazy. Most men got blue balls after the post-med clarity, but still want to simp for her, simping for 300 Trebek. Man is not made to be alone, but we are designed to accept it. Correct? Courts and young kids, I get it, but once grown up, get out, live your life. Great words of wisdom, folks. Give them nothing. Lion of MGTOW. Cooking a man dinner is abusive. Pete says, greetings from my post-operation hospital bed. How are you doing, brother? Send me an email. Let me know what's up. Seinfeld is great for learning colloquial English. The most important part when learning a foreign language. Most people are interested in speaking like natives. I'll give you guys a very strong hint on how to speak Spanish. Most men and women that are trying to learn Spanish from English say the Spanish words with English vowels. Lots of us are married today. It's already too late. Well, hold the power, brother. A guy being alone is not good. The same for a female. I couldn't live with my ex again. She can't keep a home. I could never go back. Are you kidding me? Rev's going to marry a Brazilian. You know what? Rev's not in a van. He's down in Sao Paulo. He's got like 3 ladies. He's trying to figure out which one to bring back. If too many men wake up to women's nature, it's going to worry all governments and they'll fight back. Tate arrested again after you think of him. Whatever you think of him, I would agree. He's definitely had a place within this world. TV dinners were like space food tang. Well said. Rusty Rivers in the house. Good to see you back. Men don't appreciate peace. If he wants drama, he can watch Netflix movies. Modern women will give you the real shit drama. Jail, homelessness, and parental alienation. That is truth. You can't turn tables and gaslight women. So Spanish with the words. I was on a little rant here. So one of the issues I learned in phonetics, I'm a Spanish major. I lived in South America. I came back and I did my undergrad both in Spanish and English. I'm a dual major. No, I'm a minor in English and major in Spanish. So the issue with Spanish is most people speak like, let me speak something. Yo quiero una camisa. Yo quiero una camisa. What did I just say? I want a shirt. Yo quiero una camisa. 85% of those vowels I spoke in English. But if I say yo quiero una camisa, I'm using Spanish vowels. Does that make sense? So if you're trying to speak a language, speak the language with the vowels in the language that you're trying to learn. Yo quiero una cerveza, por favor. Por favor. Again, yo quiero una cerveza, por favor. Right? Use the nouns, or excuse me, use the vowels. And that's the biggest hang up with people learning a language, especially learning Italian, French, all that shit. Biggest lesson I learned from CJ is that traditional marriage is dead. I was a traditional guy. Yeah. And his marriage will is great. I mean, he brings a lot of value. I just don't agree with him on his current way of living. I agree my ex-wife was big on buying crap and complaining about bills. Cohabitation with women to me is one-way ticket to kissing a blank. Correct. To all my brothers in the chat, modern women are nothing without the help of the government. Never forget that. Duolingo. Yeah, Simone, he's Italian. You definitely write very well in English. You write very native-like. In high school, I majored in weightlifting, football, and Louis L'Amour novels. My dad loves Louis L'Amour. Didn't Tom Selleck? Was Tom Selleck doing Louis L'Amour like shows, or is that something else? Maybe that's something else. Thank you, brother. Gracias. And that is what I learned when I was in South America. I was able to speak the language because I learned very quickly that vowels were the key. All my other guys that I lived with were American. They always spoke just like hace calor por todos lados. Which they said the right words. Hace calor por todos lados. It's hot everywhere. That's what that means. You'd say hace calor por todo lado. Right? When all these wonderful things like washing machines, dishwashers, and vacuums improved better visions, the 50s was in the future. Hope, flying cars, moon, travel, TV dinners, what astronaut? Well said, WH. I was going to get back on that rant, but you finished it for me. Will Murphy, over 60% of false alligators are from ladies. It's that low? I had a casa in España for 20 años. There you go, Nick. Next time I want to go to Spain. Never been, but I'll have to ring you up so maybe we can meet down there. Oprah Winfrey said something about saving a woman's cat at the DNC and the crowd went wild. Of course. But you think about this. Once easiness became part of our world, microwaves, washing machines, dishwashers, dishwash soap, especially the refrigerator. It made and who invented all those machines and those devices and those inventions? A man. A man invented the bra, for hell's sake. Most likely the tampon too. What happened? The tides began to turn, the disrespect, the boredom. Follow technology and you'll follow feminism. If you want to speak the language of women effectively, don't trust in anything they say, but listen intently. Trust what they do and observe how their behavior contradicts what they say. Look at Heels Up Harris right now. Never believe anything they say and less than 1% of what they do. Actions to me are the true thing. If I see it, I'll believe it in the moment. But they might not do that same action again. Flipping the script would involve arguing with women. Arguing with women is one of the cardinal sins of MGTOW men. I think I don't think flipping the script in that regards, it would just be like, you know what, I'm done dealing with you and just your actions. I would not argue with a woman because you lost, but I agree with that statement. False allegations mean she's an evil, demonic woman who can't hold any relationship. She is pure trash. Well said. These are apps where you can speak English. Yep. Tú eres muy inteligente. Gracias. Ciao, Amilcar. Frank Costanza invented the bro. He's the best. Seinfeld is the best. Now we have instead Instacart, DoorDash, Pet Walkers, all these other services. No need for other. Think about it. The easier life, the more technology enables the ease of use of life, the more disrespectful, the more feminist, the more soy the world becomes. Follow. Now, what's going to happen when robots come out and start cleaning shit? Think about that. Once robots cook your food, do everything, it's going to be even worse. Thank God all my ex-wives left me. Now I can enjoy 100% peace, can do everything I want, 100% control over my life. The best thing for man is peace and full control. And as Pete said, never argue with a woman. That's not the flipping the script. Flipping the script is literally using your actions to say, this is where I stand. No longer will I allow you to cross the line. I have made my goalposts. If you don't play the game I do, we're done. R.I.P. to Frank Costanza. Festivus for the rest of us. Latinas are 90% all prostitutes. They want money to get banged. Yes, they do. Remember that, men? That Latina women, most of them have been sexually intimate since they were the age of 11 or 12. Interesting. DEEP, I don't know about that. Going forward, if you want a woman, the sell-by date is 2 years max and never cohabitate. Expiration dates for 300, Trebek. The deep technique is if you're dealing with the narc, don't defend, don't engage, don't explain, don't personalize. Well, yeah, the more, if you engage, they win, regardless of what you say, whether you're right or wrong. Walk away. Reason why feminists say we don't need men except go to war and build stuff, maintain stuff, take out the garbage. Yeah. Well said. Joseph says, I agree about rad about tech. I mean, if you just go back and look at everything, look at when the automobile, 1916 or 1990, when that came about. Now women didn't have to walk or jump on a horse and get muddy or get in the back of a buggy. If you argue with her, you are in feminine energy, take her to the bedroom, bang her, and say one time, my rules are the, and that's it. That's it. Yeah, you've lost. As Chris Rock says, if you're in an argument with a woman, you have lost. And you become feminine, as Pete would say. On Point Politics, as they poll right now, 2,700 votes, 96% Trump, 4% cackles. We don't believe the media or Tampon Tim. When a woman, 100%, knows you will walk away, you cannot get them to leave you alone. That's why marriage is a terrible idea for men. Marriage gives them they capture the flag, they capture the carrot, and now they're bored. If they're more nimble and efficient than a human, as more robots are affordable and available plus widely used, what jobs will be there? Guys, we're going to be pets. Humans are going to be pets. The majority. Even the cats hate modern women and feminists. I love them. You know they've got to be just irritated with those women because they're annoying. Once they reach middle age and are fleeced multiple men, and they fleece multiple men, they're quiet and happy on their own. Well, they said that most women are the most unhappy between the ages of 18 and 85 years old. So maybe at 85, that is when they find happiness. Cats are better getting abused by modern women because only the cats are hearing her nagging and playing. Cats are pretty smart. I would never have a cat. If you have a cat, fine, but I don't, animals to me just keep, but cats, they're very independent, right? And I think they're very intelligent. Unless we live in the woods or live like the 1800s, the future looks bad, Rad. Even the Amish are having struggles. Don't reveal your MGTOW scripture, but show her the MGTOW strength covertly. There you go. Don't give her the code. And that's what I did a little bit in the end. But if you play the dread game, which is you start changing slowly but surely, you change your outfit, you change what you do at night. No longer do you come home at 5:30. You're coming home at 7:30. Where's you at? Don't answer the text. Start working out. Start hanging out with different friends. If she asks you what's going on, what do you say? I'm improving myself. Don't bring her into it. And you leave right after dinner. You get up, take your plate to the dinner table, and you leave. If not, don't even eat dinner with her. And that is the key. It's all covert. You need, if you're in a marriage or a relationship and it's going south, you need to give her a wake-up call. If she finds someone else more attractive or financially more stable, there's a high chance the thought of her trading up crosses. High chance, very probable chance. If not an action, she might be flirting with men. Not bad in Southeast Asia for now, at least. Nick, I don't know if you went to Vietnam. I think you might have said that in a previous stream, or Cambodia or Thailand. Don't hate women, accept your reality as a man. Keep doing your best for yourself. Don't try to attract or buy a woman with beautiful gifts. You can't buy attraction. Worst thing you can do is buy a woman's affection, validation, and attention. Best thing you can do is pay her no attention. People don't want to believe that. Tom Likas proved it. I've proven it. Don't give them any attention, they'll feed out of your hand. If that's what you want. Women can never be happy. It would mean she has enough options. No woman believe that crap. But he's right. Don't hate women. We don't hate women. We understand female nature. We also understand our nature. We understand female nature to the extent that a man can understand female nature, but we'll never understand female nature to the last frontier. Never talk about red pill. Well said. When we were dying of cholera or dysentery, the clean water was available and hand washing became the norm. 1800s to 1900. Life was good. I think there was a lot of great things. Good to see CJ. Women love sociopaths. I don't know, because they're emotional too. Maybe they're on the same emotional frequency, or they're a challenge to them. They love mass murderers, that's for sure. Serial killers have thousands and thousands of wedding offers. My experience was if you're the best in her eyes in the bedroom, she'll never leave you. Yeah, give her the 7-inch kielbasa and just rip that thing apart. Yeah, I mean there's truth to that, because nice guys don't want to hurt them, but a strong man doesn't give a damn. He wants to blow his nut. But at the end of the day, we don't hate women. This is not a channel to hate. This is not a channel to say. Most of them do have a very promiscuous life. It doesn't matter who they are. Promiscuity is now transparent. They talk about it. They act on it. Cheating is transparent now. They don't care. I told you about my friend who walked in on his girlfriend or his wife, and she was cheating on him with a guy in their bed. And you know what she said to him? Can I get any privacy? Not like scared and the guy's jumping up. Can I just get privacy in my life for once? That's the world we live in. Women don't see the big picture typically because they're emotional. They're short-sighted. Women live in their emotions, the majority, 98%. Now, I'm not talking about the 1% or 2% that are decent women out there, and they're also female as well. But the 98% only see what's right in front of them. Again, it goes back to this. If a woman says to you, "Oh, I'm in love with you right now," or "I'm so happy for what you do for me," you say, "In this moment, you are," because the next moment could come like a hurricane and change, and you're angry at me. The next moment could be the same, or the next few moments, she brings up something you did in the past after she just congratulated you on what a wonderful husband you were. You cannot deal with how they are. You just have to accept it. CJ, it amazes me how many death row inmates have all these women begging to marry them. Oh, it's the truth. Yeah, there's women. I mean, look at the Menendez brothers. They got married in prison. I love women, but I'm not a simp. If she likes me, she is welcome. If not, I'm enjoying my pizza and holidays with peace, quiet, and freedom. It's always a win for me. And that's why we do these channels, so men can understand what the reality of life is, what the fantasy of life. Curiosity is the biggest kryptonite for men. When you're curious about marriage, you're curious about falling in love, you're curious about taking the next step, and you're curious about if you get divorced to find a new gal that's not like the last gal. That is the biggest kryptonite. Can I have some privacy? I can't get no respect. Rodney Dangerfield for 300 Trebek. Revster. The gynocracy is one. It would take decades to fix. Absolutely. The programming is too deep. Too deep. The hot, crazy matrix, and if she's hot and crazy, you're probably not talking to a chick. You're talking to a dude. That guy was funny. Truth. If she is showing any kind of disrespect, your marriage or relationship is destroyed. Yep. Honestly, I don't like most modern women. They are manipulative. I have vanity. I love traditional women. Western women think they are better. Absolutely. You're not mistaken. Pete says a happy woman would signal to her man he's got no work left to do. She doesn't want that because it's against her nature to settle. So they are perpetually unhappy whenever he does. Yes. Don't hate women. In fact, I love them even more now that I know the only value women have begins and ends in my brain. This is the truth, the post-nut epiphany. Post-nut epiphany for 300 project. An article showed in 2016 if only female votes counted, Hillary won in a landslide. Interesting. She's not moving on. She's getting used and abused, and she needs an ATM machine, and that's it. Be careful about them lady boys, that's for sure. Jawara in the house. See you, brother. You and Rev. We were on a text stream today. Never cold approach a woman. That's only for simps. If she is showing you high interest signs, go talk to her. I would think simping is even approaching a woman these days. Is even acknowledging her smiles to you. Double nut for 300, Trebek. That's a good one. David Smith in the chat. Most blue pill men are too complacent. That's why they don't flip the script. Well said. Yet men have got to get to the point where they have to view relationships as women as they are. 98% are not recommended. And typically a relationship in your 40s and 50s is also detrimental to your... We know what happens. Familiarity breeds complacency, and complacency breeds contempt. Anyone have kids? You can't be around your kids 24/7. You need a break. Same thing with women in relationships. It's even worse. My mother also acknowledged that men are more feminized than ever, whereas women act like men. What a sick world. Yeah, they do. And they look like women. She's not special. Don't forget that. And she's using the toilet like men. Most people sit down on the toilet when they got to go number 2. I did see that, Pete, and I'm so disgusted by all of those idiots. It just really, but there is more estrogen in that convention center than there's been in the last 30 years of Oprah shows. Yeah, romantic love is bull. Romantic love is made up. Some Romeo and Shakespeare made it up. Mr. Sammy's back. Went skydiving yesterday. How was it? I purchased the video. I still have to edit it and add a song, then I'll upload it. Awesome, brother. I remember doing that. I was 30 when I did that, and I got the video package. It's on a VHS tape. Still got it. And fuck the legacy. There you go. Big construction site right in front of my hospital for 3 years. Not one union of love came out in 3 years. The RN think they are too good. RNs, man. Stay away from them. I'm going to end this in 2 minutes because Hammer's going live. Attached to and attracted to are two separate things. I agree. I agree, brother. I go back to the 90s. I do things so much different. There was a time machine right now that jumped up, took me off the stream. You never see me again. I didn't watch anything. I heard Oprah made a surprise appearance. Harpo. She is not a single mother. They should call her a family destroyer. Relationships and marriage benefit women. Mainly let daddy government pay for them. Well said, Nick. Best years are the 70s. Do I have any good tea recommendations? No, but Gregory has Green Tea House. You can buy and go. You can attend a tea instruction for $10 and maybe meet some singles, Rev. Rev, get down to Texas and meet some singles with Greg. God's Jim says 777. I miss the 90s. 90s had some good stuff. I do. I should show you the picture. I'm in that funny little hat, you know, with the goggles coming down. The 90s were a great time to be around. No social media, no 304s. There were 304s, but they were very clandestine, if you know what I mean. It's been a great stream. You guys go out and do something. Check out Hammers. We'll see you on the next one. Remember, flip the script if you're in the situation. And, you know, take the power back if you have to. We recommend green tea. Green tea is good. It's got the catechins. Nick Vincent says Betamax. I remember when Betamax and VHS had their little rivalry. And laser discs. Remember laser discs? No money in tea, Joara. And one more comment. Greg apparently likes blue pill tea. Well said, brother. I'm out. See you guys soon.